Okay, everyone, a little different look here. We're going to talk about proportional and non-proportional. So we have a little problem here. Dylan makes $336 for 32 hours of work, and Angela makes $420 for 42 hours of work. Well, how much do they each make per hour? What would you do with the two numbers for each person if you wanted to know how much they make in 1 hour? If you're thinking divide, good thinking. We would divide. So you can see Dylan makes $10.50 per hour. Angela makes $10 per hour. So the question here is Dylan's wage, and that should be a 25 where you see that white out. There was a mistake on there, and I'm going to put that in there. 32, it was 25. So is Dylan's wage proportional to Amber's? And the answer is no, because I got a different unit rate. We're really not going to be comparing word problems right now, but to determine if something is proportional, you just really compare. They should be the same. Our job is going to be to work with tables. So there's two tables here. And what I'm going to do is, you see the third column, I'm going to divide. So you take the output divided by the input. So over here, we're doing 75 divided by 1, 75. Over here, 45 divided by 1, 45. We're not really comparing the two tables. You'll see. Let me get to the bottom of them. So on the left, divide. On the right, table on the right, we divide. But look what happens when I'm done dividing all of these. Keep in mind, it's the y number divided by the x. The output divided by the input. Notice on the left, I'm getting different answers when I divide, right? 75, 60, 55, and so on. Look what happens over here. I get 45 every time. So the question is, which table shows a proportional relationship? That is table 2. Why? What makes it that? Well, because they all have the same ratio, the same unit rate. I got the same number when I divided. So our conclusion, everyone, and you're going to have to determine if something is proportional from a table, just divide and look at your answers, okay? Now, if we're dealing with a graph, one of them is proportional and one is not. And if you're wondering, well, how do you tell? That's what I'm about to show you. So, which graph shows a proportional relationship? It's graph 2. What's the difference? Well, graph 2 is a straight line through the origin. They're both straight lines, but for it to be proportional, it must go through the origin, okay? That's just the graph of table 2, by the way, from the other page of the notes. So to make a long story short, how do you determine if something is proportional from a graph? Well, you see if it's a straight line through the origin. All right, so you will have these notes. I will scan them for you. Okay, so let's look at the assignment. All right, the first part, you just write proportional or circle, proportional or non-proportional. Remember, to be proportional, straight line through the origin. You just look at it. Now this table, you're gonna have to show me you divided. What is -6 divided by 1? Put that right here. What is -12 divided by 2? Put that right here. Divide 4 times and just look at the numbers. If they're the same, you will say, yes, it's proportional. Well, it says explain. Well, you either got the same answers or you didn't. Okay, and page 2 is also a graph, or tables, and I did the first one for you. Where'd I get that 2 from? -8 divided by -4. See, I even wrote it out, y divided by x. -4 divided by -2. Don't worry about zeros, that's just showing us it goes through the origin. But I got the same numbers when I divide. Proportional. So you got to show the work here. Y divided by x. Just divide, 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 and look. If they're the same, it's proportional. If they're different, any of them different, non-proportional. Okay, that's the assignment. Again, you will have the notes scanned as well as the assignment. And as always, if you have any questions, let me know.